So Lenore is largely an abstract artist, okay? But her background is as a graphic designer, and that really is a way of illustrating ideas. So it's all, it's always this kind of push and pull between abstraction and figuration and referring to ideas. She studied at the Rhode Island School of Design, so in the States. And since then, or soon after, she came to live in Ireland and had a really successful career as a graphic designer. But she also began to paint sort of fine art paintings, and her first paintings were really quite figurative, and I remember them from like 15 or so years ago. They were figurative, but they were always very heightened with a lot of very strong contemporary colour. So it's really interesting to see a sort of, I don't like the word progression because that's a dirty word in the 21st century, but just how she's changed and morphed and engaged in different aspects of the art world. And as you can see, they are quite abstract. She also uses collage, and collage is a found object in art making itself. So why would you leave sort of direct figuration and become more of an abstract artist? So it's really to engage with the language of painting itself, just like music, and by referring only to the colours, the way you put on paint, the gesture, the forms, the lines, all kind of interconnecting, vying with one another. And then, in amongst that is collage. And that really kind of made me think of the title of the exhibition, Used Walls, because it's like, in a sense, the inspiration for this series are photographs of posters on walls, and actually incorporating them into the paintings is kind of mixing all of those sort of 20th century, 21st century ways of art making and making things more real and breaking boundaries within the art world. Very intellectual and and very interesting, truly. Really, really interesting. You can take this at any level. You can just look and you can be moved by the arrangement of colours and forms and shapes, or as I say, you can see how she's referring to things back in art history and making it contemporary today. And very much, I don't want to leave what was the main inspiration, the posters on the walls. So some of them are quite strong and some of them are quite faint. So that in itself is like referring to decay of the built urban environment. That's sort of interesting because I know in your personal life you're very connected to architecture. Yeah. So now, is there anything that, so I guess it's really to underline just how important colour is as well. And technically, as I said, she uses mixed media, and they are built up, they are constructed with layers of collage and paint. And she gave me a quote to say. And that is, painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt. And poetry is, of course, the opposite. Poetry is felt rather than seen. That's by Lenore. It's a beautiful quote. And I'm just wondering, Lenore, is there anything that you'd like to add to what I've said?
I think it's just about layers. Like the whole crux of the whole thing is about layers. So in the used walls that I take photographs of. There's all these, years and years of layers of lives and things that have happened and wars and politics and all sorts of things. So I try and I work totally with layers all the time because I want stuff to show through from a different time. And then the final thing is an amalgamation of all those layers to bring out a piece that speaks to its current history, I suppose. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, well look, thanks everybody for coming and I hope you enjoyed the exhibition.
Thank you.